So I just watched Uncharted, the new Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg action adventure movie based off the popular video game, and yeah, it wasn't that good. I didn't hate it, certainly. Thank you very much. I didn't hate it. Right off the bat, I didn't think this was boring per se. It's just this movie was like one of the most like generic things that just exists. You know what I'm saying? I've made the joke before where I'm like, this movie is like a beige wall, just like the background here. This one is like really that. It's such a standard action adventure heist movie. And that's not bad per se. Like I said, I didn't hate this. It's just at some point when you've seen so many movies, it's like it's just so cookie cutter that you're kind of just watching and time goes by and it's done and you're like, okay, I mean that was a movie. Now to some people, let me be nice, that might be enough. Like any heist, adventure, traveling the world type movie, people are probably already in. And that's cool. I'm in on some extent, okay? And there are some like good action scenes, legitimately. There's some fun heist moments for sure. Like I said, I wasn't exactly looking at my watch when I was watching it. But outside of those scenes, it is just like it just is what it is. It's like these are actors reading their lines and they're just kind of going through the plot. They have to do this, they have to do that. I like really didn't feel any like I felt like people were just kind of there to do their job and then that's it. Now I have played Uncharted. It has been years, so I don't consider myself like a huge fan of the game, so I can't speak for those who are like diehard fans of it. I will say from the people who I've talked to and who I've seen that are diehard fans who have seen it, they did not like it. But take that at your own expense. I almost feel like if you're not a fan of Uncharted, you might like it a little bit more, at least from what I'm gathering from the internet, Listen, Tom Holland's casting was a little bit weird as Nathan Drake. It is a little bit weird. They're going like super young and everyone's like, why are we doing this? Having said that, he was actually decent. Is he Nathan Drake? I mean, I honestly, like, I don't really care that much about it. The fact is, with the script he was given, he was actually pretty good. It brings some physicality. Motherfucker is built in this one, okay? He's fucking built. I don't remember exactly when this was shot because Uncharted has had such a troubled production, as I'm sure you are all aware. But he is fucking built like he is in No Way Home. Motherfucker is jacked. And I don't know if some of you saw the 1-minute clip that was released of Tom Holland. He's like behind the bar and he's fighting. That shit is actually what made me interested and ultimately decide to go to this screening, because I wasn't even sure if I wanted to review this movie. I got the screening for it. I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to go, because then I'm gonna have to review it. And I saw that 1-minute clip and he's like quipping and he's like so confident as he's fighting. I was like, damn, like how is this the coolest Tom Holland has been in a movie when he's literally Spider-Man? I don't know how we've gotten here, but here we are. So with that, he's decent. He does what he can. I still think it's a little weird for the part, but whatever. It doesn't matter that much. Mark Wahlberg, bruh, that man is miscast in this movie. Oh my God. First of all, no chemistry with Tom Holland. There's like no chemistry. And I understand what he's going for with Sully, but it's weird. It's weird. His delivery, he's like kind of just playing Mark Wahlberg, but it's almost like Mark Wahlberg in The Other Guys or Ted, which is like good performances in those movies, but in Uncharted, it's just weird. I think he was miscast. I don't even know if it's his fault, but he is just miscast. The actors in this movie, I feel like there's like no chemistry. There's really like no chemistry. They're like trying to bounce off each other, and it's just whatever. And it's weird because as I was watching this, at first it started out, I was kind of like, oh, okay, like this is not that bad. This is kind of fun. It's kind of entertaining. It's cool. And then as time just went on, I started to realize, I was like, yo, I don't really give a fuck anymore. It's like I'm not that invested anymore. I don't really care. I kind of want this to wrap up a little bit. Like the physics in this movie, and this is not even really like a criticism, just because I understand that movies, when you watch a movie, sometimes you just have to buy in. And some shit where you're like, okay, that would obviously never happen in real life. You just have to buy into the movie bullshit, 100%. Having said that, the physics in this movie is fucking wild. They really just did their own shit with the physics and stuff that happens. It's like, yo, I mean, that just will not happen in real life. Like I said, don't use that as me criticizing the movie. I'm just simply pointing that out because I know some people actually care about that. Me, I'm just like, okay, I'm obviously gonna have to really buy into this because that shit just will not happen. Now, like I said, this is not like the worst movie I've seen. This is not even close to some of the worst movies I've seen this year. This year is like kind of getting off to a rough start, but I feel like that's every year in January, February for the most part. There's still some fun action stuff, there's some fun adventure stuff, some heist stuff. I like that shit, I guess. I saw someone compare this movie to National Treasure, and that's kind of hard for me because even though I don't think National Treasure is like amazing, like National Treasure was like a pretty big influential part of my childhood. However, I can see what they're going for. I can see why those comparisons kind of make sense. But like National Treasure, when it came out, it was like, dude, you're gonna steal the what? You're gonna steal the Declaration of Independence? This one is like they have to find a treasure. It's like it's just generic. This movie is basically like if you were like, hey Google, hey, make a script about an action adventure movie and like randomly generate some actors for me. That's what it kind of comes down to, and I think that's why a lot of Uncharted fans are kind of upset, at least from what I've seen, where they didn't capture what's good about the video games. And movies almost never capture what's good about video games, and that's tough. I don't even know why video game movies like almost always fail. Almost, okay, but that's just is what it is. Uncharted, you might like it, I guess. I'll be honest, I'm already forgetting a lot of stuff that happens. It's just kind of one of those movies. It's just a generic adventure movie. And if that's good enough for you, it's good enough for you. For me, nah, man. Uncharted, 2.5 stars. I'm pretty sure there was like a SpongeBob episode where they had to find like a treasure, and like that shit was kind of better than this.